Hello everyone, I'm Yunsen, and today I'll be analyzing a game that I have played on the website chess.com. I started off with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, and bishop b4. This is some kind of distorted Ruth-Lopez, or I think, because the normal Ruth-Lopez variation is over here, over here, over here. Then you go. Then the white goes over here, threatening this. But normally it doesn't work because, for example, I play. Oh wait, sorry. For example, I play a move like this. I'll take it. I'll take it. Then you can move your queen to. Oh, I take it. I take it. And if you take this, I can move my queen over here. H double attacks this too, and it doesn't really make a difference. Yep, so back into the game. Oh wait. So after that, we traded the bishop and the knight, and it was my turn to play the Lopez. So he pushed the pawn. Like to give an extra. Oh, sorry, that's a weird arrow. He pushed the pawn to give extra protection to this. So if I take it, if I take the knight and take the knight, I won't be able to take this as now queen to d4 doesn't work. So he pushed the pawn, I took the knight, he took back, and then the two bishops is just like looking at each other. So now I castled, and that is not quite good because for example, he can now play this or do this, in fact. And after she takes and he takes, there's some kind of tactics. So I castled, pushed the pawn to h6, and I retreated, but I should have taken with my bishop and to take the knight. So yeah, this is where I blundered the pawn. Then I tried to kick the bishop, and now he took this, and this is he took my knight. This is activating my queen, and both attacking the knight. And if the knight moves away, I'll get the pawn. So after I took it back, he moved to d5, so that to protect the knight. I tried to disrupt the pawn chain. Like for example, he take this. I'll just take the free knight, and he castle because he do not need to worry. Then I moved my rook over here. So that this pawn is pinned, and it adds more pressure to this pawn. So later on, I can add more pressure. So now he moves his queen here, which is simply a blunder. But I also did not find the real thing out. So actually, what should we do is cx d5. And for example, the queen takes our queen because if we take back, okay, for example, this happens. You can see that we are gaining a pawn. However, I took with my queen, which gives back the protection of this pawn from the knight. So I moved in front, I just took it. He also took it. I came here to attack the rook. The rook came to protect the center pawn. This is kind of hanging now. And he pushed on. So I forced the trade, as you know. You can't move in front. You can't protect it or somewhat. So I played c3 and he is forced to trade. He took back. Now he moved his rook over here. Because I can just take this, and this pawn is free. So I took it and took the pawn. And then he checked me. I escaped, and now he tried to do some kind of a double attack. There's quite some, there's quite some ways to defend against this. First of all, we can move here, or move there, but it simply doesn't work. They can just do this and we're dead. So, and even if we take this pawn, we lose a bishop. We'll lose a bishop for it. So, the only way to defend against this is check. He moves down and the bishop runs, but I missed this pawn. He comes in front, want to kick my bishop out. I moved here, so if he takes my bishop, I take his rook, and his pawn is pinned. I'm putting a pressure, so later on his pawn could only go down, and then my king can come in one by one. So it takes, I take, comes up, because he knows that this pawn will not be surviving, he tries to capture other pawns. I'll let him do so, as I'm getting a pawn in return. And now I am threatening to promote. And when he moves this, I'll capture his promoting pawn, and he'll capture my promoting pawn. And now I'm threatening to capture his a5 pawn. He protects it, and I block it. It's blockading. And now the 3 pawns down. So he decides that his king will move here, as you know, can move down this line for the opposition. So he ignores all captures, but now he can't stop this. So he moves back there. I captured it, he captured back. And now I'm winning. Because you know that he can't really go past this area unless he can't really go past this squares. Oh, sorry. You can't really go past the squares as unless you move your rook here. So let's see what I deal with this. Move in front. He moves up. I checked him. He comes back. I move there. I checked him. I checked him. And then some boring game for long. And over here, actually, he blundered and do find out the move and pause the video if you want to. Alright, for those who is very good in chess. Congratulations on finding a rook b7, and then it limits his king to go over here, 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 and here, and here. So the king doesn't really have much to do. He only can move over here or over here, or move the rook. And this is something like a Zugzwang. His rook can move up, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Now my king just I can just come over here. Then later on my king can come up over there, and this pawn cannot be saved. Although when he moved here, I also followed him. He followed me. I came here, he came up, but unfortunately his rook is not that active. His rook can only go in the upper sides of the rank all over here, but it doesn't really touch any of my white pawns. So I wanted to attack his pawn, and he checked me. So I should have moved to king d5. Then after that, can try to go down over here, or just down here, and then here, and then oopsie, here or here. But I'll still check him on top. He checked me, I came up, his rook came down, I captured the pawn, although he could have moved his rook from here to there just now. I took his pawn, he took my pawn, I checked him, I came up, I gave away for my pawn, he came up, my rook came up, he tried to do an attack, but I just pushed this pawn. And notice that this is an extreme blunder. He should have taken, before the promotion, he should have taken, he should have not been so greedy and should have taken this. But it still leaves me one move ahead, and I'll just take it. So, and then, however, he calculated that he tried to promote in the same time as me, but yeah, I do find a winning move here for white. Just give you a couple of seconds, it's quite an easy one. So, the move is either queen g8 or rook g8, and congratulations to those who found it. So, rook g8, and it will be definitely winning. So, it was on this move, on move 63, that my opponent resigned. Oh wait, move 64, that my opponent resigned the game as he was losing his queen. After this and this, he doesn't really have anything to do after taking this, and I can just force him. For example, over here, I can just force the pin. For example, he does this. I just check him. He comes up, takes and takes, and that's all. King and queen. Everyone knows how to mate. So this is my game against this opponent from Russia, and do follow my chess.com account. It's okay, I'll share the screen here. It's Young_Yunsen 2010 hyphen HPI. Thank you.